If location isn't as important as price for you, Stanly County should be a county that you take a look at when it's time to purchase a home. The July 2025 market update for Stanly County is interesting, and it's a really good place to buy. I'm not sure if you know anything about Stanly County, but they have a big old lake over there, Lake Tillery, which is an amazing lake. It's absolutely stunning. Everybody should go there in the fall. But lake prices are also very, very enticing if you're looking for a place at the lake. Okay, so let's talk about Stanly County. From 2025 to 2024, the market, as far as the number of homes sold, stayed almost flat. 57 homes sold in 2025, 51 sold in 2024 in July. No big change there. $316,000 is the average sales price for July 2025, which is down about 11% from 2024. So that's something to take a look at. Median sales price was down 3.5%. What that's telling me is the average home price in that area is they're starting to sell a little bit lower. There were a few sales at the higher price points that kind of skewed numbers a little bit, but those average sales prices are starting to soften. And for that reason, I think you should really take a look at Stanly County if you're able to work remotely or just have to be in Charlotte a couple of days a week. Now, listings have absolutely surged. Last year, July 2024, inventory was sitting at 296 homes. This year, 2025 in July, we hit 390 homes, which is significant. And Stanly County is sitting on 6.8 months of inventory. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a buyer's market. The sales volume, although did increase slightly, that average price point slid. So those mid-range homes are becoming a bit more affordable. And any way you look at it, $316,000 for an average sales price is pretty good. So a couple of interesting things. Norwood had a house that sold for $343 a square foot. Locust, their average square foot sales price was $214 a square foot. Richfield is at $222 a square foot, and New London $210. Albemarle is going to be more affordable at $185 a square foot. Here's my takeaway. Stanly County is buyer friendly, and we've got more inventory. There are fewer showings per home. That's the other thing. And declining prices means sellers have to price realistically and market aggressively. And buyers, you can take advantage of that. If you find a home that you love that's been on the market 60, 90 days or longer, because our average, we've got about 6.8 months of inventory, so homes are sitting longer. Buyers, you can take advantage of that. And if you have an interest in purchasing, or you are a seller and need to sell your home in Stanly County, you've got to get it right. You've got to get pricing right, and you've got to get marketing right. Your home has to look really, really good. I've always said, and this is a common theme along all my market updates, the best homes are always, always, always going to sell first, but they have to be priced right. So if you've got a beautiful home, lots of updates, you think it looks great, you want to make sure that that home looks good in the marketplace. And buyers, you can take advantage of this, especially if you're looking in Stanly County. So we will take a look, over the next few months into the fall to see how things are going. But at this moment, as far as I'm concerned, Stanly County is a buyer's market, and buyers are able to take advantage of it. But I will tell you, home prices haven't slipped that much. I mean, they are down. They're down about 11%. In some other counties closer to Charlotte, we're seeing prices higher than the previous year's sales prices. However, this is not indicative of any sort of crash in Stanley County. It's just a softening of the market. There are fewer people purchasing in Stanley, probably because things are getting a little bit more affordable in those areas closer into Charlotte. And this is something that we always see. Those counties that are a little bit further out, prices start softening before we see them close into town. But this makes Stanley super affordable. It makes it a great place for a buyer to come in and find a great home. And I've seen some really cool homes in Stanley County this year. So pay attention to this county if you work remotely and don't need to be in uptown Charlotte every day. This is a good county for a buyer. Let me know if you want to take a look at any homes or want to talk about getting your home listed. Text me at 704-617-0847 and we'll schedule a time to have a chat. Hope to hear from you soon.